Okay, so my story this week comes from Boston.com, and it's about Boston's homeless problem. So as we all already know, or at least should know from my peers' current events, such as Jonathan's and Audrey's, Boston is currently kind of having a problem with their homeless population. In the past few months, the city closed Long Island, which housed over 700 homeless individuals. But since then, in the past 3 weeks, the city has transformed the old Boston Transportation Department's shop sign into the city's newest homeless shelter. Through the work of 3 private contractors and usually working from 6 in the morning until 10 at night with up to 60 men on site, they have done the renovations to the site, which formerly was really deteriorating with cracks and water damage everywhere. This has cost $2 million thus far, but it's really been needed, as was seen with public outcry since the bridge has the island closed due to structural damage. And there's been an increase in homeless people on the streets, and a lot of the shelters and relief centers have been telling the city that there's been a huge surplus in the number of people that are visiting their sites. This new site is supposed to be, or rather this new facility is supposed to be state-of-the-art, and Mayor Marty Walsh said that it's one of the best facilities in the country for the homeless. They plan to move in 100 homeless men this week, and the city hopes to have almost all of the 700 displaced individuals moved into the site by April. They still have to do more work and get more money into it, but at least they can get 100 now. And obviously this should cause a great change in the city, because when you think about it, like 700 people isn't that much for like the city's population, but like 700 homeless people is a lot. Because think of how many people you truly see on the streets. Obviously there's like more than you like and like you should, but like you don't see like 700 compared to how you see like hundreds of people just walking around the streets of Boston normally. So that should really cause a change there. And this facility not only will house homeless individuals, but it also will offer services to help get those individuals on their feet and off of the streets. And a project like this normally would take at least a year just to plan it out alone, let alone do the full-scale construction. So it's really remarkable how the city came together to fix this problem as quick as they could, or at least attempt to make a dent in the problem. This is, they said, the quickest public building the city's ever done. It's like the quickest they've ever put up a building. And hopefully we'll see patterns with this, with like politics in the city being able to resolve problems quickly and make changes like quickly instead of taking years of planning. Because it's really remarkable how like in a few weeks they caused this. And I think that's about all. Oh, and for like the record, it's in the New Market section of Boston, which I think is where the Greater Boston Food Bank is, right? Maybe not. New Market. My question to you is, do you think there really is like a way we can combat the homeless problem?
Do I record the questions?
I mean, if we get these 700 people off the street now, do you think they're just going to be living in a shelter for weeks, or are they going to actually get on their own feet?
Depending on why they're homeless, like if it's a drug addiction and you have to like tackle that before you can try to get them back on your feet and get it.
I think a more interesting question is like before people with this story before, they were showing how it shows people don't care about homeless people. The government is shutting this bridge quickly, right? But here you're saying that the government heard that criticism and acted quickly to help these people. So maybe it shows that there is maybe the government has a better perception of these people than we thought in our prior news stories. You know, when John and Morgan were talking about it, right? They're saying this is shut it. This is wealthy people living here. They wouldn't have shut it. That may be the case, but I think this shows that the government heard that criticism, which I think is a really good thing.
Who did you say was leading this? Was this Mayor Welch?
Well, you credited it's like the city. Like, yeah, I quoted
Okay.
him, but like, I don't know if we're saying leading it.
oh, we have to vote on this budget, this budget, this budget, and there's always shortages of money, so I'm impressed that they were able to get that up and running in that amount of time.
Is this homeless shelter one you can stay, I mean, not in Pines Union, you can go for your meal, dinner, you can sleep there, and you have to leave in the morning.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, I'm not too
Is
sure.
that,
It
is that
wasn't
all homeless
specific.
shelters? Is this one, I mean, homeless
I think this
live in
is the
hotels,
one.
like they're given hotel space and they can where you stay there, they can stay there during the day. I wonder if this is this one people stay there during the day or just leave in